Hey guys, so I'm just hanging out at my house. It's a really dreary, rainy afternoon, but I just thought I'd shoot a video today. And today's topic is going to be about choosing a hobby that's right for you. So a hobby is something that interests you, something that you do in your spare time. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my hobby, and then I'm just going to share some criteria for what I think makes up a good hobby. And so for me, I love mountain biking. I love biking in general around town, but if I can, I love to go out to the trails and challenge myself, going over rocks and roots and through the trees and hearing the birds. And yeah, I just love that. It's something that's really life-giving for me, and just makes me feel really good. And so how did I arrive at mountain biking as a hobby for myself? So I've been mountain biking for a few years now. And how did I get there? Well, first it required that I get to know myself a little bit. And so when I take inventory of who I am and what I'm like, I love physical activity. I love to challenge myself physically. I love the feeling of doing a workout and being exhausted at the end, but feeling empowered and feeling like I just accomplished something. I love being outdoors. I love traveling and seeing sights and hearing sounds and going to new places and trying new things. And I like food, so I like to visit restaurants in different towns and whatnot. So yeah, I like to travel, I like to be outdoors, I like to exercise. And I like technical things. I like to learn and tinker with things. So bikes just became a naturally good thing that fit all of those criteria, right? I can ride my bike for long distances and get a hard workout in. I can work out by going through a difficult trail or by pedaling really hard and going faster. So yeah, the physical part, the workout part was good for me, but I used to be into running. And running is great, but it's pretty hard on the body, and it was difficult to go for long distances, right? I think the longest I've ever run in one sitting was 20 miles, but I haven't done that in years, and I think my body would fall apart if I tried again. But there's limitations, right? I can't go very far and I can't get there very quickly. But with biking, I can go many miles and I can see lots of different things, and I can do it in a short amount of time, at least a shorter amount of time. So that's another part of it. I love to tinker with bikes. So this is actually my new mountain bike, the Surly Karate Monkey. Super cool bike. But I recently just had to do some work on the cassette and on the rear derailleur and getting that kind of dialed in and fixing the shifting on it. It was a big challenge, but I love doing that type of stuff. It's tons of fun. So yeah, working on the bike and improving it and building it up and making it optimal is something that I enjoy doing as well. Yeah, so I think that just kind of describes how I came to enjoy mountain biking. You don't have to be involved in mountain biking. You don't have to love that because you're a different person than me. So I started thinking, what makes up a good hobby? And I think I've narrowed it down to some things. One, a hobby takes into account the way you're wired. It takes into account your interests. Number two, a good hobby keeps you learning. It's something that you want to keep learning about. And I think some of the smartest people in the world, some of the coolest people, some of the greatest people in the world are people that are constantly learning. And I think a hobby does that for you. And there's some guidelines that we should consider though with hobbies, because there's tons of things you can do in your free time, right? But not all of them are necessarily good for you. So let's break this down a little bit. A good hobby will not drain all of your resources. So it will not take up all of your time. It will not take all your money. Okay. A good hobby will not strain your personal relationships. There are things you could choose to do in your free time that over time could actually harm your relationship with family or friends. For example, doing drugs. Doing drugs in the moment might feel really good, but those will drain your resources and those will put a strain on your personal relationships. And thirdly, and this is the other point, is that doing things like drugs will hurt your physical health. A good hobby is going to be good for your health. It's going to be good for you mentally. It's going to be good for you physically and emotionally. And so that's really important when you come to choosing something that you're going to do in your free time. I think consider those guidelines, right? And that's super important. If you're a teenager in our program, if you're a student watching this, you're at a point in your life where you can explore a lot of things. But I encourage you to explore good things that are going to benefit you, that are good for you, that are going to set you up for a strong future, and things that are enjoyable, things that are helpful to you as a person. So yeah, and I have no idea what your life is like. And I don't know all of the personal things that you're dealing with, but a hobby is a great way to get rejuvenated and regenerated and to help put life into perspective. Because life can be hard at times, but a hobby allows space for you to reflect and grow and learn and remain hopeful for the day. So yeah, that's today's video. Thanks for watching. If you thought this was a great video, give us a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like, ask questions, or just share your experiences in choosing a hobby. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more. We'll see you guys soon.